Hello guys, in this video tutorial we're going to be learning how to fix the error establishing a database connection error on a WordPress website. So basically there are two main causes of this issue. The first one has to do with wrong database credentials and the second one has to do with a corrupt WordPress database. So I'm going to walk you through how to fix either scenarios. So we'll start with the first one, which is when you have a corrupt database. So to fix that, you go to your cPanel where the website is being hosted. You go to your file manager over here. Okay. Then you'd locate the folder for your domain. Then inside the folder, you look for your wp config.php. I'd suggest downloading this first before editing in case you run into an issue and you need to revert it back. So after downloading, we'll click and click on edit. So it takes a while. Okay, and you click on edit here. Now this file is responsible for your database configuration. So as you can see at the top part here, we have our MySQL credentials. So to fix a database, a corrupt database, you go to the last line over here and you add in this code, define wp allow repair. So I have this, also have this in my zip file here. So I'm just going to copy it just for illustration purpose. I'll copy this and I'll go to the bottom and I'll paste it. So define wp allow repair true. So WordPress has a tool that repairs corrupt databases automatically. So you click on save changes over here. So I've not really made any change because this was already here. So when you click on save change, it's going to save the change. So what you do next is you have to visit this URL. So I'm going to copy this. Okay, so I'm going to paste this over here, and this is my domain name, so I'm going to copy this. So what you do is you replace www.yoursite.com with this here, your main domain name. So it's going to be your main domain name, wp-admin main repair.php. So when you click enter, it's going to take you to this page. So at this page, you can click repair database or repair an automated database. Either of these two options will fix the issue, but this will take a little bit more time and it's going to optimize your database as an extra. So that's basically how you'd fix this issue if it was caused by a corrupt database. So we're going to go over how you'd fix this if it was caused by a wrong password or wrong database credentials. So we'll go back to our wp-config file over here. Okay, I forgot to mention something. After you click on repair database here, you go back to your wp-config and you remove this line from your file because anybody can access this on your website, so it's not really secure. So immediately you're done repairing your database, you remove this line from your wp-config file. Okay, moving on. So I'm just going to add a few extra dots to this MySQL database password just to illustrate the error. So I'll click on save. So I'll refresh this. So as you can see, we have the error. If I remove this, and I save changes and I go back, as you can see, it's working. So if you have wrong credentials over here, any of these credentials, if they're wrong, your site is going to have that error. So the first thing I want you to notice, always make sure your MySQL hostname is localhost. Okay, because most hosting companies, the host name they use is localhost. So some companies don't use localhost. They have another name for their default host name. So if you try every other thing and it doesn't work, you need to contact support and ask them what their default host name is. This error normally occurs when you're moving from one hosting company to another where they have a different host name. So but by default, most host name use localhost. So this should be the last thing you consider. So I'm just going to go over this to how to make sure your database name, database username, and database password is correct. So you would have this. So to do this, we'll have to go back to our cPanel. Then you scroll down and you look for MySQL database. So you click on this, and okay, when you get here, you go over to your current databases. As you can see, I have a lot of database up to page 10. So I'm just going to search for the database. So the database name here is ASICF WP409. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it over here. I'll paste and I'll click on go. So this is going to search for this exact database for me. So I'll go down, and as you can see, this is database, and this is the user that is assigned to it. So if you check here, this user must be exactly this user here, so they must correspond. So we've confirmed this, we've confirmed this, so we need to confirm the password. So I'm going to go down. So we already have this username, ASICF WP409. So you just scroll down and you look for your current users. So as you can see, this is the user here. So in order to make sure this password is the correct password, or to make sure this password is correct, we'd go over here and we just change the password to something different. So we'd be very, very sure that, okay, that password is correct. So we'll type in any password here. So let me just type in something. Okay. D345. So P D12345. Okay, so I'm going to change this password now. So once you change this, you come back here. So all I did was just add 5 to the password here. So as you can see, these 3 credentials should be correct. So when you click on save and you go back to your blog and you refresh, notice it still works. So that is basically how you'd fix this issue, and you only consider this host name when you've tried all, you're sure that these 3 conditions are correct. Then you can contact your host and ask them for the correct host name. And if all this does not work, then you just have to contact your host and tell them to fix the issue for you. So I hope this video is helpful and solves the issue for you. If you'd like to support the channel, click subscribe, and you can like the video also.